Hi, this is Abel Stewart, and welcome to Lesson 3 of our bass guitar video lesson series. So, last lesson we learned that basic scale, the index, middle, pinky twice, index, ring, pinky twice. So now I'm going to show you what to do with that and how to actually start applying that to some songs and to things that you can use with playing along songs. So, what I'm going to do, again, the middle finger is your reference point whenever you're finding a key. All right. So what I want to do is, on this E string, I can use the dots as a reference point. Those are really your roadmap for the neck of the instrument. Now I'll explain what I mean by that. So on your E string, you'll notice, or on any of the strings, you'll notice every single fret on the neck of the instrument is within one fret of either the open string or a dot. There's a reason for that. What that does is that gives you a really quick reference point. So let's say on this E string, right here, I'm looking for a B flat. Okay, if I know my dots, okay, I know this is G, A, B, B flat, boom, right there. Okay, I just played a scale in B flat. All right, so now how do you know that? All right, so let's talk about that. The names of the dots. On most instruments, there's some variation, but typically you're going to have dots on your 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, and 12th frets. All right. So open string, again, 4-string bass is going to be the E string is going to be the one closest to you, the biggest string or the lowest pitched. On the 5 string, you have an extra one, so be sure you skip that one, and it's going to be the next one in. So that E string right here. So my 3rd fret, that dot is going to be G. The next dot on the 5th fret, A. The next dot on the 7th fret, B. My next dot on the 9th fret, C sharp. And then that 12th fret octave is the E. Alright? So that's going to be an octave of that open string E down there. Okay? Memorize those. So again, G, A, B, C sharp, E. Write it down, memorize it, do whatever you have to do. Why is that so important? If I want to play something in the key of G using that scale that we just learned in the previous lesson. So if I anchor again, my middle finger, that's the reference point, middle finger on that, if I want that first dot, suddenly, guess what? I'm now in the key of G. Just that easy. So, remember, index, middle, pinky, index, middle, pinky, index, ring, pinky, index, ring, pinky, back down, ring, index, pinky, ring, index, pinky, middle, index, pinky, middle, index, middle. I just played a G scale. Cool, right? Alright, so let's say I want something in the key of A. Remember my dots, G, A, is my second dot. So I'm going to put my middle finger on the E string, second dot, and here we go. Index, middle, pinky, index, middle, pinky, index, ring, pinky, index, ring, pinky, ring, index, pinky, ring, index, pinky, middle, index, pinky, middle, index, middle. That's an A scale. So far so good, right? Okay, what's our next dot? B. Okay, so you get the idea. Guess what? That would be a B scale. So wherever you locate your middle finger, that's the scale that you're going to have. Okay, so that's good for G, A, B, C sharp, and E. What about other scales? Well, that's where you have to kind of do a little bit of musical math. Say, okay, if you know the names of your half steps, so E, F, so there is no E sharp or F flat. That just goes right into the next note. So F, there is an F sharp. F sharp is the same as G flat, and you notice G flat, right? F sharp. So you can find those for reference. There's your F sharp. G is right there. So next one, G sharp or A flat. Okay, next one, A. A sharp or B flat right here. Next one is on a dot, that's a B. Next one is a C. Remember, between B and C, there's also not an extra note in the middle there. So there's not a B sharp or C flat in between those two. All right, C sharp right here. Okay, the next one up, D. And then we have a D sharp or E flat, and then you have your octave E right here. That should be the double dot on most instruments. Now you can keep going. F, F sharp, G, and you can. So you can keep going and play scales right up there. Especially if you got a cutaway, makes it a lot easier. You know, it depends on the instrument. Some can do that, but easier than others. So that gives you a way of instantly, with that movable scale, guess what? You can literally play any key. Bass is pretty awesome that way. So practice yourself. What I would recommend, make flash cards. All right, make flash cards. And what you're going to do with that is you're going to write 12, a total of actually 11, because 12 was a repeat. So 11 different notes. All right, you're going to go E, F, F sharp, C flat, or F sharp, G flat, G, G sharp, A flat, A sharp, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D flat, D, D sharp, E flat, and E. What you're going to do is you're going to write on the index card E shape or E string scale. And so I prefer E shape because that ties in a lot with guitar, with fretboard theory on the guitar. So I use the term E shape. Don't let that throw you. But usually on the bass, what that means is it has its root on the E string. So think of it that way. So you're going to write E shape and then those names of those notes. You should end up with 11 cards before starting over. All right, and we're going to learn some other things like scales on the A string as well. That's later. So you're going to have another set of index cards for that. But use those as flashcards. And so say, okay, I need a B flat. Boom, find it, play the scale. Again, take your time, do it right. Focus on your left hand technique, on your right hand, alternating those two. Keep it good and clean, take it slow, gradually speed up. And at that point, once you can get really comfortable with those cards, literally you're now prepared to play any key. All right, so drill yourself on that, get really familiar with that. And what I'm going to talk about next lesson is how do I really start applying specific notes within those keys. And we'll talk some about the theory, scale theory within that. So, all right, hope that helps.